Hello everyone, this is Abhilash explaining the final assignment of mat foundation design of a building. This is done using safe software. For this is the software. For the analysis, we need to investigate the soil and find the parameters required. All the dead loads and live loads applied on the columns for a building should also be noted. Now we are going to create a new model. As we click on the new model, this option is shown. Here we need to write design code as IS456-2000 and the design preferences is in these minimum cover slabs the cover of at the top is given as 50 and also at the bottom is given as 50 and the bar size we prefer here as 22 and click on OK. Now here the units we use it as metric defaults. After clicking on this we need to obtain click on the grid only button. Here, the required slab area is 18 meters by 18 meters. Hence, we provide 19 grid lines in both the directions with 1 meter spacing in each direction. Hence, in x direction, we write 18 and also in y direction, we write 19. In x direction, it is 1 meter, it is 1 meters and click on OK. Here, the grid labels are shown as. Now, we need to define the materials. Add new material. The material name is given as M40. The material type is concrete type and the values are changed here. Here we write it as 25 and modulus of elasticity is written as 31622.7. Poisson's ratio remains same and coefficient of thermal expansion is changed as, and also the compressive strength of the cube is written as 40 and click on the OK button. Then after we need to add another material. This is HYST 500 and this is written as rebar, and now here the weight is given as 77 and the modulus of elasticity is written as 2 into 10 power 5 and the yield stress is 500 whereas tensile stress is 545 and click on the OK button. Then after we need to define the slab properties. Here we need to define the slab property. To add a new property, here the property name should be given as mat slab and the slab material is of M40 grade and the type of the slab is mat and the thickness I am giving here is 1200 mm thickness. Click on the thick plate, then click on OK. After this we need to define column. The column properties we need to define it. Here we are having three types of columns at the story level 1. So we need to add 3 column dimensions as column 500 by 500 having the material as M40 and it is rectangular with 500 by 500 and then click on OK and adding copy of a property. This is column 550 by 550 and the material is M40. Now here it is 550 by 550 and then click on the OK button. Now again we need to add a copy of property and this is column 600 by 600. Here it is 600 and by 600 and then click on the OK button. Now all the column properties are defined. Then click on OK. After column properties we need to define soil subgrade properties. It is given as soil and then we need to change the subgrade modulus of the soil is 3e plus 4 and click on OK button. After this, we need to define load properties, load cases and load combinations. Here, the load patterns are shown for dead load and live load. So click on OK. And similarly, load cases is shown for dead and live and also type of linear static and click on OK. Now coming to load combinations, we need to add new combinations. For the combination of 1, we need to add, sorry, we need to add dead load and live load as for a scale factor of 1.5. This is also for scale factor of 1.5. This combination is for strength design criteria and click on OK. And the other combination is for service criteria. It has a scale factor of 1. This is for dead load and also for live load. The scale factor is 1. This is for service criteria. Then click on OK. After the load combinations, now we need to draw slab area. So click on draw button and draw slab areas. Here make sure that the property given is mat slab. Here in this manner we will draw the slab. Here slab area is created. After creating the slab area, we need to extend this slab area. So click on slab and then click on edit button, edit areas, expand our string. We need to have an offset value of 2000 mm and then click on OK. We have expanded the slab area in this manner. Now we need to draw the columns. So we are having different columns. So firstly, we need to name those columns as per our requirement. So the columns are named as column C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the columns has different properties. Those properties, with those properties, we are going to draw the columns now. So the column here we are take the property below is clicked as none. The property above is clicked as 500 by 500. Height below is written as 0. Height above is written as 2. Now we need to draw the column. So this is the point C1. So C1 is having 500 by 500 dimension. So I am placing it here. Next here. So the dimensions of 500 by 500 columns are drawn as shown here. C3 is having 500 by 500 and C4 is also having 500 by 500. Now C5 is also having 500 by 500. Here we place it as 500 by 500. Now C6 is having 600 by 600. So we leave C6 and we come to C7. C6 is here and C7 here. C7 is having 550 by 550. So we leave here and C8 is having 500 by 500. So we place it here. And now C9 is also having 500 by 500. Here this is the column and now C10 is all having 550 by 550 and C11 is having 600 by 600 and C12 is having 500 by 500. So we place it here. All 13, 14, 15, 16 are also having the column dimensions of 500 by 500. So we place it here. As soon as drawing these column properties, now we are going to draw column dimensions of 550 by 550. Here 550 by 550. The 550 by 550 is at C7. This is 5 and 6 and this is 7. Here we are having 550 by 550. And also we are having at C10. This is 8, 9 and 10. Here we are having 550 by 550. That's all with the 550 by 550. Now we are going to draw columns of 600 by 600. Here you are having 600 by 600 and also here 600 by 600. In this manner we have drawn the columns. After drawing the columns we have to draw design strips. Here in the x and y directions we are having two strip layers of A and B, and we give the strip width as starting width as 4 meters. Okay, now we start drawing width in the x direction starting from here. So we draw once again. Yeah, that is okay. In this manner we need to draw the strips in both the x and y direction. Here comes the last strip in x direction. In the same manner, the strip layer should be drawn in y direction also. Here we change it as B and the same width, and we start from here. And the same here. We draw it again. Up to this end. The same manner here from starting from here. And the last strip in the y direction is drawn like this. After, as soon as drawing the strips, we need to click on the escape button. Now we need to select the footing slab. Here it is shown as one area, 4 edges selected, and we need to assign the soil properties. For that we need to click on assign button and support data and the soil properties. This is the soil properties we have given, and click it on OK. The soil properties are assigned in this area. Then next we need to assign column properties. For that, design assign. OK. We need to select the column and we need to assign loads on the columns. See, we need to assign the loads for dead loads and also for the live loads. First we will assign for the dead loads. This is dead and we are having as 1621. It is punching here, that is the dimension of the column of C1 is 1621, sorry, 500 by 500, and click it on OK button. And also for a same live load, one point is selected and we assign it as for live it is 778 and the dimension is 500 by 500. Click it on OK. The same manner we need to apply all the loads on the columns in this manner. Here a point is selected and we need to assign load data point loads, and it is dead load for C2 is 2751 and the column dimension is 500 by 500. Click it on OK. And again for live load, in a similar manner we need to click it. The live load is 1467 500 by 500. Click it on OK. Now this is where point is selected, assign load data point loads for dead load and the load on it is 2573. Here the column dimensions are same. Click it on OK. Now same for live load, the live load on the column is column 3 is 1347 and 500 by 500. Click it on OK. And here it is assigning as load data point load, it is for dead load. The dead load for C4 is 918 500 by 500. OK. And now for live load we are assigning the live load point loads. Here it is changed to live load and the X direction is 500 by 500. It is OK. Live load we are having for C4 is 443 and click it on OK. Similarly for column C5, here we assign it as load data point load and it is for dead and the load on it is C5 is having 500 by 500 dimensions and the load is 2751. The dimensions are same. Now we need to assign for live load. Select the point load and then assign load data point load and it is for live. The live load on the C5 member is 1467 and 500 by 500. Then click on OK. Now for the C6, the live load is the dead load is 4509 and the column property is changed here, that is 600 by 600. Here we need to change the surface 600 by 600, then click it on OK. Similarly, we need to check it for assign load data, point load. For live load, it is 2686. Then click it on OK. Now for C7, we need to select in this manner. Select the point and assign load data, point loads, hit load. And C7 it is having 4237. Now it has changed to 550 by 550. Click it on OK. Now for live loads, need to select it again, assign load data, loads, and the live load is changed to 2504. It is live, and then the same property. Now for C8, we need to select, we need to assign load data, point load, and for the dead load, the dead load on C8 is 2573 and the dimension is 500 by 500. Then click on OK. Now for the live load, you need to assign load data, point loads. Here it is live, the value is 1347 and it is 500 by 500. Then click on OK. Similarly, we assign for first we assign for all the 500 cases dead load. This is what assign load data, dead load. Dead load on C9 is 2573 and it is 500 by 500. Okay. Then next comes the C12. C12 is here. Select it, assign point load and dead. It is 2751, 500 by 500. Click on OK. Then next 13, 14, 15. 13. Yes, and it has load data, point load, dead load. On 13, the dead load is 918. Click it on OK. And 14, the dead load is 2573. Click it on OK. On 15th, the dead load is 2751. And click it on OK. And then on 16th, the dead load is 1621 and click it on. Now on this member again we need to point out the live loads. Assign load data, point loads. Now it is live. What are the live loads on 12? 1467. In this manner we need to create all the load points. After giving all the properties, column properties and also point loadings on these columns, we need to give the slab the slab properties and also these longitudinal bars properties. In order to that, we need to select or right click on this area and we need to design here. Here the properties are given already. Okay. Then we need to give strip design. Here also it is given as H by SD column strip. Then it is okay. Then after we need to run an analysis. After this analysis, we need to check for punching shear ratio. I have clicked on run analysis and design. After that, we need to display it for show punching shear design. See here we need to make sure that all the punching shearing ratios should be less than 1. If it is not less than 1, then we need to change the thickness of our slab. Here all the punching shear ratios are less than 1, hence our design is okay. Now on clicking this option and also to extrude view, the view is in 3D, it is shown in this manner and the detailing all everything is shown in these boxes. That's all for today. Thank you.